Victoria Arnstein.
Right, guys. Hi. Oh my God, that was a dead start. You needed to be more lively. Thank you. Thank you, my friends that I saw outside I was talking to. You having fun so far?
It's great.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good. It's gonna get even better, guys, huh? Where's Darren? Darren.
Back here.
All right, baby king. So, all right, I'm just looking around. Okay, guys, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I just got back to New York. I'm celebrating because I went on a Comedy World Tour. I just got done with my Comedy World Tour. Thank you. Thank you. It was so much fun telling jokes in all the different countries all around Epcot Center. Smart, right? You get it all done in one shot, okay? All right, I know. I'm not world famous, but I'm comedy famous, like New York famous. That happens, like people come up to me a lot, I'm with my friends and family, and it's very small in New York, so people, I understand, they go to comedy club after comedy club. And one woman came up to me, I was at a restaurant with my friends, she goes, oh my God, I know you're hilarious. I said, thank you. She goes, yeah, he was so funny when you were telling off that manager at Walgreens the other day. It was hilarious, right? That's all that matters. I know I look like every bitch who's ever complained to the manager. I get it a lot, and it's okay. I said I'll be at CVS next week at 7. No, but I know I look like every bitch, but I don't complain to managers. I really don't. I go straight to the regional supervisor. Much more efficient than So I have a daughter. I have 3 kids actually, but I have thank you. That deserves a clap, I guess. I have 1 son and 2 daughters, and I know that because they told me their genders. That's not good. You never know your kids until they're 18. Anyway, she was 17 when she to all my shows. When she was 17 years old, she's 22 now. She was 17. She moved to LA. She's an actress. Maybe you've seen her in absolutely nothing. Living the dream. She goes to all these support groups. I don't know if anybody here is from LA, but she goes to all these support groups, and these support groups are like, self-love and positivity, children of divorce. I'm still married to her father, so that's weird. They say do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. So I got married and I do my husband. It's accurate. I can't imagine anything else. I have to tell you the truth, but it's the best career move I've ever made, He goes to work, I don't. Not so much for him. All I have to do to stay married is have sex sometimes. I like sex, so it works out. And if I don't have sex, still married. No prenup, it works. That's the secret to every good long marriage. And every divorce, actually. It works both ways. But my husband and I are married for 25 years. We just celebrated 25-year anniversary. Special anniversary. My husband took me to the supermarket. Just any supermarket. It's Whole Foods crushing it. Thank you. My husband is addicted to makeup sex. I don't know why I'm looking at you, sir, but anyway. No, it's not with Maybelline. Like the makeup sex where he makes up with me after having sex. After we have a fight. After we have a fight, he comes up to me, and I used to give into it all the time. 25 years later, I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving into that shit anymore. No. Next time you get here, you're gonna have to swipe a credit card through it. You're getting charged. And lately, it's been declined. I know how to catch him. The secrets, yeah. I have a friend. She's a whore. She's actually a prostitute. That's where they get paid. She doesn't call herself a prostitute, but every man takes her for dinner, and then they pay for dinner, and then they have sex. That's a prostitute, right? I'm not even putting her down. I'm actually really jealous because I'm married, and I don't want to my husband. And business is slow. But I've been listening to my husband more lately, and I'm trying to save him money. Like the other day, we were laying around in bed casually, and he says to me out of nowhere, I want an adventure. I want to go hiking all over the world and skydiving. All over the world. I love the element of surprise and the adrenaline rush. So I pushed him off the bed. I handled everything. It was free. We didn't have to leave the house. Best wife ever. He also loves a challenge, so I made up this new game called Eeny, Meeny, Money, Mo. Where I empty all bank accounts and make him guess where that money is. I love that game. It's always my bank account. Thank you. I don't have passcodes. Ah, man, feminists are fucking on my shit, I'm not gonna lie. My husband's starting to think we're equal now. I'm so much more superior than he is. Like lately, he's been asking me to do this thing called work. Horrible, I know. I said, oh my God. You know I do stand-up for 10 minutes a night, right? He goes, that doesn't do anything. I said, oh really? I asked you what I was good at. He said I was great at complaining and I don't shut the fuck up. Nailed it. I said, you really feel like that? He goes, yeah, I feel like all day, every day, all I do is work for you. I said, oh my God, honey, you're right, you do work for me. We don't have a prenup. Who said you could talk to your boss this long? Wrap it up. That's mine was over. A millennial came up to me after the show once and she goes, I know. She goes, don't you want to work and make your own money? I said, no, I want my husband to work and make my own money. She goes, don't you want to contribute to the world? I said, what do you do? She goes, I'm a cake decorator. I said, oh, so you contribute to obesity and diabetes? You know what? I got 3 kids in the bath at the same time and no one died. You know how hard that is when they're screaming? Ma, don't drown me! Don't drown me! Oh, when I'm mixing a martini and I'm drinking and I'm texting and driving back home to check on them, it's hard. I hate kids. Not everyone's just mine. So clingy and expensive, you know? When they were little, I had to pay for everything with the money my husband gave me. I had to pay for their food. I had to pay for their violin lessons. I had to pay other children to play with them. I'm kidding, they play violin, I'm not a monster. My friends give me such a hard time because I give my kids an eating disorder. To save money, it's a good tip. God, I mean, Victoria's Secret just lost all that money, you know, they can get better, nice looking guys, I'm telling you. Smaller waist, bigger wallet. Anyway. Not the kind of eating disorder where they throw up their food. I'm a Jewish mother, I would never do that. It's a waste of food and money. The kind where I tell them they're fat, and over time they don't eat dinner. There's a Porsche out there with my name on it, it's not going to buy itself. My 13-year-old's such a pain in my ass because she still lives with us, you know? I know, she walked in on my husband and I, her father and I having sex. That's a true story. I said, don't you knock? She goes, you're in the kitchen. What are you doing in the kitchen? I thought I gave you that eating disorder. And I had to have that long, awkward talk with her, you know? I had to tell her she had to move out. It's okay. She's doing okay, though. She's actually school president, guys. Give it up for my She was homeschooled, but that's okay. I'm a teacher. No, I didn't know what I was doing in homeschool. The first day, I'm like, watch this week long of Benjamin Franklin. I hear he's a genius. It was a documentary. She comes running back to me after 5 minutes. She goes, Mom, Benjamin Franklin paid women to have sex with him. Oh my God, I probably should have watched the video first. It had a lot of views. I said, oh my God, he was a genius. You see how ugly he was? Plus, that's how $100 bill was invented because he was 16 and those hookers were 50. So Google it, it's true. And I put that under finance and history, 2 birds. I'm a teacher. She's getting very woke. I don't like that woke. She said, oh no, the other day I was teaching her that the tiger shark's the most vicious in the ocean, second to the great white. She whispers in my ear, great white. That's racist. I lost my shit. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you loser bitch. And I had to explain to everyone sitting in the waiting room at the pediatric room. And she whispered, and I yelled, that's sneaky. I did explain to everybody sitting there. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm teaching my daughter how to be empowered, how to talk to people like me. I think they all agreed that teaching came very naturally to me. Because child services doesn't stop calling me. So I don't know if anybody else does this, probably not, but my husband only eats fruits and vegetables. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I know, it sounds crazy, but there are others that do it. Some people call them monkeys. We have vines in my house. He's crazy. I don't know. We go to my friend's house. We go to my friend's house. He brings 20 bananas. Starts peeling. What the hell is this shit? And he's also a marathon runner, but he runs for miles and miles and miles and miles. And everyone thinks because he wins all these races. I said, oh yeah, what do you think how he became such a great runner? I would call him during his training and nag, and sometimes he didn't even come home. He just keep running and running. That's how much he likes me, right? We're both runners, but we decided a couple of years, like 10 years ago, we moved to Hawaii. I don't know if anybody else is here who lives in Hawaii. We moved to Hawaii for 7 years, but in the 6th year, my husband and I love to prank each other. Like when we got into an accident once, what am I saying, accident? Why did I look at you when I said, I don't even know. We got into an argument, same thing. When we got into an argument, he told me, I don't want to see you anymore. He gets in the car and he's going on a long drive. Guess who was in the backseat of that car?
You.
That's right, topless. And an hour into his drive, I just show up in his rearview mirror, and that's the prank that I put on him. Sometimes I tell him I'm pregnant with triplets, but he got me back. Like this was really bad. So like now I'm in my garage and I'm on the stationary bike, and all of a sudden I hear knocking at the door. My husband went to Boston for the marathon. Now listen to this. It's a true story. I was in my garage, and he was in Boston, and all he said, banging at the door, FBI, FBI. Oh my God, he got the FBI. Is this hilarious? They come in and go, oh my God, hi, look at those guns. They go, stay away from the guns. I'm like, okay, is that code for I'm gonna strip now? They're like, no, what are you doing? I'm like, no, what am I doing? Oh my God. And then they're like, get your husband on the phone. Where's your husband? I'm like, if you're the FBI, how do you not know where my husband is? They get your husband on the phone. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's get him on the phone. Speaker. So we call him on the phone, my husband, and I go, the FBI's here for you. He goes, what did she do? I go, oh, hilarious. She's so funny. No, really, the FBI's here. So he goes, no, seriously, why is the FBI there? I go, this is not a prank. He goes, no, this is real. I go, what's for you, fucker? So now to backtrack, just to let you know why the FBI came, there was an Indian guy and this is relevant. There was an Indian guy that worked for him, and he was in a software company. We were #1 on Google. We went all the way to 16, and I'll tell you what happened. My husband fired this guy, and this guy took revenge. He took every guy in India that he knows, paid them 2 cents a day to put bad Yelp reviews and bad websites against our company, right? So my husband tried to tell Google about it. Google did nothing. Then he hired the FBI in India, sir. You can't find an Indian in India. We found that out the hard way. And then he got a lawyer. This is a true story, guys. You paying attention? He gets a lawyer in New York. He's so expensive to just take off the websites. Just take them off, right? But in order to take them off, you need a judge's name and approval, right? So we take it off. Now my husband says this lawyer is costing too much money, so he took it off himself. And then he had some worker in his employee to take it off himself. The employee got the name and the date wrong. Google didn't like that. They traced it back to my husband's computer, and they considered that forgery, right? Okay. So now we're in court, and my husband gets a lawyer. He's a Joseph. He's not the best lawyer. The lawyer's like Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny.
Oh my God.
I know, and all of a sudden he gets up and he goes, Your Honor. I go, Your Honor, we lost the case! Your Honor. My husband ends up in prison for 9 months. For forgery from Your Honor. And let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You know what? The problem was he was in for 9 months in this low security jail, but he was only sentenced for 3. He liked it so much. But here's the thing. He gets to jail, he puts a mohawk, he looks tough. I go, why are you looking tough? For Morty Rosenfeld, the fucking accountant? Who are you here with? You know what? These judges are so stupid. If they were smart, and they really wanted to get you punished, they would have put him on house arrest with me, guys, huh? The good news is that I own all his businesses now. While he was in jail, I sucked it all up. And to wrap it all up, I am now partners with the Indian guy because he was very effective. Thank you guys. up for Victoria Arnstein one more time.